Hello everyone, I'm Anusha. In this video, I'm going to explain the concept called border layout and event handling. See, the class border layout, so it is going to arrange the components to fit in the 5 regions. Okay, so one is with the east, west, north, south, and then center. So each region can contain only one component, and each component in each region is identified by the corresponding constant called north, south, east, west, and then center. Okay, so that means we are going to arrange this regions in the north, south, east, west, and then center. Okay, so here it is going to specify the 5 constants for regions called. So public static final int north and public static final int south, public static final int east, and in the same way final int west, and then public static final int center. So these are the 5 constants. See, so coming with the constructors of this border layout class. So we are coming with the border layout and then J border layout. So with gaps. Okay. See, it is so this constructor is going to create a border layout with no gaps between the components. Okay, so whereas this one is going to create a border layout with the given horizontal and vertical gaps between the components. See, if you observe this diagram here, we are not having any gaps between those one. Okay, here it has been arranged with the that means vertical and the horizontal representations, but not with the gaps. Okay, so if you are going to specify this, if you want to specify any gaps among those components in the sense, then we need to specify this J border layout int horizontal gap and int vertical gap. Okay, so this is how we are going to create a border by making use of this border layout. Okay. So along with this constructors, so we are also having the methods like so add layout component. Okay, so that add layout component is going to add the specified components to the layout using the specified constraint object. Okay, so not only that one, we'll be having int get h gap, that is it is going to return in the horizontal gap between the components. Okay, and next one is float get layout alignment. So this is going to returning the alignment along with the x-axis, and int get v gap, that is going to return the vertical gap between the components. Likewise, we are having the so many methods for using this border layout. Next with event and listener, that is event handling. So changing the state of an object is known as event. Okay, so changing the state of an object is nothing but an event. For example, if you click on a button, so dragging the mouse, so these are all comes under the events. We are making use of a package called java.awt.event. So which is going to provide many event classes and listener interfaces for this event handling. Okay. So coming to the steps to perform this event handling, first of all, so we need to register the component with the listener. Okay, so for performing this event handling, first of all, we need to register with the components with the listener. So whereas coming to the registration methods, okay, so for registering the component with the listener, so many classes is going to provide the registration methods. So these are some of the registration methods. So this how we are going to represent the button in the sense by this public void add action listener. Okay, see, that means the representation will be the same for both the menu item and then this button. Okay, whereas coming to this text field, this is also a type of action listener, but it is also including with the text. So we are going to represent add text listener. Okay, and this is only with the text area. So that's why we are going to represent only the text listener over here. So along with this one, we are also having checkbox choice and then list also. So in this checkbox, we are going to add item listener. That means the set of items will be added to that list of the checkboxes. And this is with the choice. So this is also the type of the same thing. Okay. And the list, it will be consisting of both the add action listener and add item listener. Next, so before this, we can put event handling code in either of the places, like within the class or else other class or else anonymous class. Okay, so we are having an option to put the event handling code in within the class, other class or else anonymous class. Okay. Next, so these are the Java event classes and listener interfaces which we are using in this event handling. So event classes are nothing but action event, mouse wheel event, key event, and then item event, text event, adjustment, window, component, container, focus. So these are all nothing but the event classes that we are going to use in this event handling. Whereas coming to this listener interfaces, so these are all the listener interfaces. If you observe this one, some of them we have used already in that registration methods, right? So action listener, mouse listener, and mouse motion listener. Okay, mouse wheel listener, key listener, item listener, text listener, adjustment listener, window listener, component listener, container, and then finally with the focus listener. So these are the list of the given classes and then listener interfaces which we are going to use in this event handling in Java. Okay, see, we are going to design any program that is going to use this graphical user interfaces and which is written for this Windows or else any application is event driven only. Okay, so this event is going to change the state of the object. Okay, for example, if you are going to press a button, okay, some action will get performed, or else if you are trying to enter a character in text box, some action is going to get performed. Okay, or else clicking or dragging a mouse, these all comes under the changing the state of object in this representation. So that's why we are calling like as an event. As I already told you that this event handling code is represented within the class, other class, or else in the anonymous class. So this is a simple program which is going to represent this event handling example. See, I'm going to represent, that means I'm going to inherit this interface called key listener, okay? And then I'm making use of this initialization, okay? And I'm trying to add the key listener, okay? Here, see, I'm just trying to press the key. That means, so this is our type of event, okay? See, if I'm trying to press any key in the keyboard in the sense, then it has to show the status like key pressed. Okay, so after pressing the key, definitely we won't be like that. So we will release that key, no? So then that will be comes under this key released. So this is also a type of event. Once this event has been performed, it needs to show the status called key released. Okay, so next, whenever we are trying to represent a text, okay, then it has to represent that key type. That means after doing this key pressing and then key releasing, we will be assuming that a key has been typed. That means a letter has been typed with that box. Okay, so that's why we are going to represent. That means get character over here. Okay, and so I just want to display all this content in a window, right? So for that specification, I'll be creating an applet code, that is HTML code with the specification of the table called, that means the height and width of the table I'm going to mention. So within these specifications only, I'll be getting the output like this. Okay, so this is an applet viewer key handler. Okay, see, once I'm just trying to press a key in the sense, then it is going to press that key and release the key, and the message will be typed over here. Likewise, this process will be all held, and then finally, and it will be moving out of that thing. That means if I'm not representing the thing in the sense, then it is going to represent key released. So this is how the events will get handled. See, even if you move the mouse from so one pointer to the another pointer, that is also called as an event over here. And clicking, that means right click of the mouse, left click of the mouse, or else so rotating this mouse wheel, or else pressing a key in the keyboard, and not only the pressing, releasing the key in the keyboard. So these all comes under the events. And not only that one, if you are trying to enter a character into the text field also, that will also called as an event. That means we are here, we are saying that changing the state of any object is nothing but an event. Here each and every event is handled in our Java concept called event handling. Okay. So this is what this event handling and border layout. So I have just given a glance of what is that border layout and what is that event handling, and what we are performing over there with an example. Okay. Thank you.